Rachel, the Pirate women went up against two teams that you knew were going to be tough this past weekend on the tennis courts, and we saw that play out against Whitman and Lewis Clark State. But what do you take out of the weekend that you're positive about and you feel like, okay, we're moving in the right direction?
There were a lot of areas of growth, and usually we're looking at the concrete data, trying to look at our win-loss record on paper. And so as far as our match against Lewis Clark State goes, we improved. We won some more matches. We did really, really strongly in doubles. Really made a good showing there. Almost swept. Had a really close one at the two doubles spot. But we're making progress, most certainly, even on paper. We also got another win in the singles spot again from Gracie Smiley in singles, so that was always fun to see. That's always fun to see, and that was fun to see again. And almost everyone came up against different opponents too, so progress also has an asterisk next to it because how certain players match up with different opponents can really introduce a lot of different variables as well. But overall, on paper, our match against LC State was promising, but at the same time, everyone still left hungry to actually close the gap and post a victory against a team like that, which they're a really talented program, so losing to them isn't the worst thing in the universe. That being said, everyone can see that a win is attainable, and we want to make that happen next time we see them. Whitman came out way stronger than when we saw them at our home, which is expected on their courts. That being said, even though our overall team score was the same, we saw wins in different spots. Whitman closed the gap on us in doubles this last weekend. They came out so strong, especially at the two doubles spot. It was just honestly really helpful for us to be in situations like that, but also gave us a lot of things to work on as we kind of move into the second half of our season in doubles. It showed some weaknesses that we weren't really even aware of before the match. But in singles, even though the match score doesn't show it concretely, we actually ended up doing much better. It's just we did better one set at a time. There were several matches that we lost, but we had one really, really competitive set in. We had some split set matches, but most notably, Olivia Corbett pulled out a win in the sixth singles spot against an opponent we lost to last time that we played. So that was a really notable victory. Again, Whitman's going to be a tough school for us to overcome if we get another opportunity to see them, but that is the goal and that is the plan. The whole team is looking to make sure we can find different ways to close the gap if we get a chance to play them again at the conference tournament.
The next thing you're going to do is have an exhibition against the community colleges of Spokane this week. Talk about the opportunity to maybe get some different players in and some playing experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this match just because, one, the community colleges of Spokane is a team that we've played historically since before I was even a coach or a player here. We've been playing them forever, and we've had so many players come from their program and transfer into our program. And this is the last time that we'll be playing their program, so we want to make it an exciting event. But yes, as you mentioned, we'll definitely be getting some different players into the lineup. We have a really deep program as we play other schools in our conference or even schools out of our conference like Lewis Clark State. The comment I hear most frequently, especially as we're playing even exhibition matches, non-counting matches, and these other competitions is, hey, your team is so deep. And that's wonderful to hear. I want to get those deep players who aren't getting lineup time regularly opportunities to compete so that they're prepared in the second half of our season or even as we look forward to next season. And tomorrow when we play them, we're going to definitely have an opportunity to showcase some of our depth and play some of our players who don't usually see the lineup.
Next week you have an opportunity to take a spring break trip and go to Texas. How do you prepare and scout teams that you have never seen before?
Yeah, that's a great question. There are all sorts of different metric systems now that allow us to kind of compare teams' skill level holistically. UTR, Universal Tennis Rating System, helps us to be able to check that out. And the schools that we're playing, we're going to see Laterno, East Texas Baptist, and Mary Hardin Baylor are all really skilled schools. I would say last time we went to Texas, we played schools that were maybe not quite as tough compared to the lineup we have this time. But this lineup that we have this time matches our universal scoring system that we have within our team. So hopefully what that means is 3 close matches that we actually have to show up and play our best tennis to win. That's the kind of competition that's going to make us more prepared for the second half of our season.